All right, lesson 6, types of cold email campaigns. We're going to jump into how you can basically use cold email. So the first one would be leading to a sales call or demo. So I've mentioned this before, but this is the ideal situation. This is the one that closes the best when it comes to using cold email. So the cold email is the in, and the sales call is the close. All right, so we want to think about this in terms of our emails are the end goal is to schedule a call, it's to schedule a demo, it's maybe to get them onto a webinar. Typically with these processes, we're going to have separate people. We're going to have the people that source the leads, and we're going to have the people that make the sales. So you have, in larger companies, something that's called an SDR, which is a sales development rep. But in this course, I'm going to teach you how you can use outsourcers to do a lot of those tasks that a full-time SDR would do, and then they lead them into the sales call. You need to think about it like I use a comparison to volleyball. So you think about it in volleyball, you have bump, set, spike. So really the source where you find it is your bump, which is your lead. Then you're going to email and qualify the lead, which is your set. And then your salesperson is going to come in and close, and that's your spike. So that's kind of the little comparison I make. The next one would be direct linking to your campaign. So some products can be sold using direct linking and resource information. So these are usually, when these work, are low consideration products that are inexpensive. So I'll give you one example. I got cold email from a company called Chatra, and this is also a good example of timing. I needed a new chat box for our homepage, and I was looking around that week, and this guy cold emailed me. It's a low consideration product. He didn't try and get me onto a sales call, and it ended up converting me. So the way that often work much better is if you have a free trial option. So for example, with Growth Geeks, we had a low consideration product that was only $49 a month, and the first month we offered for free. So we actually didn't lead people initially into sales calls with Growth Geeks. We were just direct linking. So I know from experience that this works really well, and it works really well when it comes to free trials. So for Growth Geeks, what happened is that the direct linking worked really well for us, right? But when we added a sales element to it and getting people on the call, that's where we unlocked a ton of our revenue. So I would say, one, know that direct linking works. And two, for a long-term strategy, if you really want to get the most out of your campaigns, think about adding a sales team or at least one sales rep to your campaigns. So if you don't have it already, be thinking about that. But either way, we can get success with that. Just realize that your easier products to sell that are easy to understand, they work really well with direct linking. And if they're more expensive and a more complicated product that maybe require a demo, then you need to be thinking about maybe with your cold email campaign sending it to a sales department. So the next one would be business development and partnerships. So these are at times require sales calls, but just usually they just require good communication and can go back and forth with email. But to build rapport, it generally leads into a phone call depending on how deep of an integration that you're looking for. So a lot of companies will just want to jump on calls, but make sure that you're getting on a call with somebody that is actually going to make a decision and that either can make the decision or turn you on to somebody that will be able to. All right. I'm not going to dive deep into business development and partnerships because usually your angles you know with that and how to close that, but those are the three main ways that you can use cold email.